Yo, what's going on YouTube? Colt here. What we're going to be talking about today is a personal disagreement I have with the competitive COD scene. Okay? In my opinion, you know, this is in my opinion on why players like, the amateur players never get better and never cap the pro level, if that makes sense. So, and I've been through this myself. Don't get me wrong. I've done it. I've done it personally, which drives me nuts. But I won't ever do it again. The team I have now, I like. We may not be the best, but we're not the worst at the same time. We're gonna get better. But the point is the reason why I think, my personal disagreement with the COD scene is players change rosters like no other. I feel like it's the esport with like the most roster changes, in my opinion. I mean, I don't know about other esports or like I don't know collectively enough about other esports, but it just seems like to me like COD, there's so many roster changes all the time. But lately, the past couple years, there hasn't been very many roster changes within the pro level. You know what I'm saying? Optic has stayed together for like 3 years. FaZe has stayed together for like 2.5 years. And last year, pretty much every team stayed together throughout the whole year. Last year there was a few Cloud9 roster changes. You know what I'm saying? Like, roster changes are gonna happen, but there wasn't as much as previous years in Call of Duty. Like, roster mania is kind of slowed down in the pro level. It's very, very, very rare now for them to make a roster change, and when they make a roster change, it's big. It's big news. So, and then I feel like amateur players, such as myself and other amateur players, we go through rosters too much. Like, personally in Black Ops 3, and it's not like I wanted to do this, but I went through so many rosters in that game. I can't even begin to imagine the amount of rosters I've been through in Black Ops 3, which is, I wasn't even team hopping. I wasn't even under any orgs. I was under Lethal Divide in Black Ops 3. That's pretty much it. Like, those are the only orgs I was under, like, playing for, and that ended up being like one of the worst orgs I could ever play for. Long story short, I have the org blocked and stuff like that. But, anyways, I've been through, when I changed rosters, it's not like I, went through like a whole new group of people. I basically just like stuck with one or two people throughout the whole game and just changed one or two people, if that makes sense. But I wish I didn't do that because it didn't make me better. It just honestly, we made roster changes to the point we just couldn't build chemistry with anyone we picked up. It's a big mistake that I wish I wouldn't have made throughout Black Ops 3, because I feel like I would have been a much better player now and be much farther now in Infinite Warfare than I am. But I mean, what can you do? Mistakes are going to be made. People aren't perfect, but yeah. What I see, I see people change from the people I know, and they make roster changes a lot. And to be honest, I've made one like huge roster change in Infinite Warfare, and it was me moving from Top Star to Wasteland. That's it, and will not make another roster change throughout this whole game. I guarantee it. I probably won't. And if I do, it has to be like serious enough for me to make the change. Because I'm not going to make the same mistake of going through roster after roster. I'm not going to. I've had the same roster for a month and a half now, and we are getting a lot better every day. And I am super, super, super proud that I am not changing rosters, because that would be my downfall. For us to lose progression right now of what we have would suck, Which is why I feel like amateur players are making that mistake. They make progress. They're building the chemistry. You're not going to win right off the bat. You're not. you're you're a brand new team. If you hold a few, you have to hold a few L's to get better. You have to. There's no part of life that's not like that. Even in real life, you basically have to hold an L to learn from your mistakes, right? You have to make a mistake to learn from it, which is what it's like in Call of Duty. You have to hold L's. You have to make mistakes to fix those mistakes. But I feel like amateur teams don't give themselves the opportunity as a team to fix a mistake. You want to know what their version of fixing the mistake is? Dropping someone. That's their version of it. But yeah, that's all I have to talk about today. I just don't feel like we should make as many roster changes as we do as the amateur scene. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. It's been cool. Peace.